What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary reaction video. Give this video a big thumbs up, man. It helps crush that YouTube algorithm. It's totally free. So we got Rickey Smiley in the building. He goes off of defending Kamala Harris. I got some notes here because I did watch the video. So Rickey Smiley, he started as a comedian and he have a radio show, and apparently Rickey Smiley supports the Divine Nine, which is the sororities, the AKAs, all of that. So apparently we got Rickey Smiley basically wanting to hold black people accountable for not supporting the Kamala Harris bandwagon, man. Um, so let's get into it.
Tim Walz of Minnesota held their first joint campaign rally together in Philadelphia. Kamala Harris praised Walz going down his list of titles from coach to congressman and even military veteran. She ended his introduction, Ricky, saying, and in 91 days, the nation will know Coach Walz by another name, Vice President of the United States. Are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
What excites you the most about him?
Just that he's just a regular, like he remind you of your high school principal. He remind you of your high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a national, not national, but to a state championship. And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stands
Okay, he was a football coach. Okay.
for women's rights, and he's a popular governor in the great state of Minnesota, which Trump won in 2016. That state was picked off by Joe Biden, and I think we'll definitely get his state and the state of Pennsylvania as well. Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Interesting. So Rickey Smiley basically wants to hold black people accountable for not supporting the Kamala Harris bandwagon, like I said. And even if black people or black individuals specifically for even questioning Kamala Harris, if they don't agree with her actions or stance championing her campaign, basically you should disregard them. And as we know, Kamala Harris isn't really speaking enough in regards to policy. That's the interesting part. But let's continue because apparently he wants to hold him accountable. But I want to know what's the substantiates his argument to why they should be held accountable.
United on anything,
Can't agree on a damn bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my damn nerves, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black men, Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court. I got treated bad in court too, but I'm with her because a vote for her. If you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same energy for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, don't. It is what
they're
it
not
is.
even doing, y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what a record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community.
Interesting. So you can Google what Kamala Harris can do for the black community. So we're gonna do that right now, family, because we want to. That's the only substantial thing that I felt like he said or something that he did say, I guess, worth valuable to substantiate his argument. What did Kamala? I don't even care to spell her name right. Harris do for the black people? We'll let AI in shit. Actually, we could just use Google Chrome. I think it's better that way. What did Kamala Harris do for black people? Or celebrating Kamala Harris' historic victory. That Kamala Harris shied from her black identity. Mm. Kamala Harris do. Let's see what Kamala Harris did as vice president. She also presided over the unprecedented vote to confirm the first black woman, the Supreme Court. I mean, I don't really see nothing besides that. I mean, as a vice president, I know she had a low approval rate. Let's get back to the video. She had a low approval rate. And then on top of it, I don't know if you guys recognize, but I don't know if you guys seen the excitement for Tim Walz. Like, let's see him just jumping and be so on board when Tim Walz basically has a sketchy military record and basically a male version of Kamala Harris. And I say that because what has she done and what have he done to really bring value and pour value into the American people, or just pour value into the communities, I should say, to add any value to the American person, right? I mean, usually when you look at a politician, you look at the things that they have done so phenomenal to most definitely impact the people in a positive way. But I don't really see much to substantiate either individuals associated within the campaign, or the Harris campaign, I should say, which involves Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, because at the end of the day, Tim Walz was a football coach, sketchy military record. The guy doesn't even have the credentials, and everybody respects a military person. And it's just a simple fact that, just like for Kamala Harris, what has she done as a prosecutor in California? I mean, I don't understand. I mean, everybody can say what they want. You know what I'm saying? As you can say that Rickey Smiley is voicing his opinion, but it's how it's expressed, right? So this nobody here is advocating for immature conversation in regards to when someone don't say what you hear, disregard them. Because basically he's saying black people need to get on board, and if not, cancel them, right? And at the end of the day, we can't agree to disagree, even if that's the case may be. People do it all the time as adults. And him being an older individual that been around so damn long and been on the mic as a comedian, I don't understand how he don't know that. Everybody don't gotta like what you have to say as long as you say it respectfully, because it's how you say it. Plus, they don't gotta like it, just don't disrespect it. And I felt like he's being ignorant with his influence, and he needs to stick to being a comedian. Because at the end of the day, he was saying, I believe everybody should vote for who they vote for. Run this back real quick. Let me get this. I want to get this right.
I'm not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what her record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community, or things that black people benefit from a lot.
Run it back again. Run it back.
If you do the research,
It is what
energy for Donald Trump. Trying to encourage other people are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same?
But you encouraging Kamala Harris. You basically saying people can vote for who they want to, but don't be sitting here and trying to encourage other people to vote for a specific party. But you're doing that now with Kamala Harris. So the people don't do it, but he can do it. Rickey Smiley can do it, but we can't do it, folks. Make it make sense. Like, we got to put this man on blast and be held accountable. So what I also done research-wise for Kamala Harris, what supposedly she did for the black community, because I did a little bit of research offline on top of the research we just did. I mean, she did do the Florida 6-week abortion ban. They call her a symbol of representation. But I feel like this man is basically lobbying identity politics instead of policy.
It is what
They're
it
not
is.
even doing, y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what a record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community or things that black people benefit from a lot. We need
A
to
whole
stand
lot.
with her. We
Yes.
need to stand with her. She's great. She will
Absolutely.
make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America.
What does the black have to do with anything? This is not a race war, it's a class war. At the end of the day, that's identity politics. So individuals like this, I think he needs to be held accountable. As old as he is, as an older gentleman, he's leading astray people. In this case, black culture. But as an older gentleman who may have sons, grandsons, etc., you're supposed to be encouraging thinking to make informed decisions that is viable. And in this case, since his politics advocating to use our brains, to really take a deep dive and to be informed within the policy of the parties with the overall objective to benefit us as Americans, we have to vote effectively. And the only way to do that is we have to be informed. But this man is over here advocating for identity politics instead of advocating for thinking and using our brains to then make informed decisions that are logical. And this man is basically going off of emotions. But I'm not even mad at him. This man wore a dress once, man. This man wore a dress. So I'm not even surprised. But if you really see the focus here, it's identity politics. Diverse equity and inclusion, right? Oh, well, a black person, you can see clearly that a black person was looked over when it came to hiring for jobs. That's not true. It's competition. You eat what you kill. Become more valuable. Pour more value into yourself so you can be more valuable from a business perspective when it comes to that job market. You put in the work and you get out what you put in. So any younger person, and in particular Rickey Smiley family, as he been on a mic for a long time, I feel bad for, because he's preventing them from thinking, especially if he have any influence on the younger individuals in his family. And I feel bad because he's like an old ass man that's sitting here so stuck in his ways, he already got it premeditated and predetermined in his mind who he's voting for. See, you can always teach. I always say, I'd rather teach a younger person than an old person. They already stuck in their ways. So, this man who wore a dress, I don't support individuals like this. Black culture is trash, and he'll switch up for the money. Because I wonder, is he paid to spread this ignorance? Because I am aware that the Democratic Party, along with Kamala Harris, they are paying streamers to try to encourage the younger voters to vote, to gain the vote of the younger voters. So in black culture, some black men will leverage a black woman vulnerability to validate themselves position-wise. For instance, I done seen pastors in the black culture utilize the church as a place for faith to prey on them to get more money than their tithes to fund their lifestyle. See, a man is a leader, but I don't know what he stands for besides being on code with identity politics. This woman left the borders open, and this woman I'm talking about specifically is Kamala Harris. Groceries is high, and you rather push this race nonsense, which don't exist, and that's supposed to add value to the people to influence them, let alone communities to do the right thing that's in the best interest of them and their communities. But instead, push this nonsense, foolishness / ignorant stance of a race narrative. How old are you? Come on, bro. You could do better than this. Well, wait, I don't expect you to do better. Let's
Our
go.
time we get a black man and a black woman become president, that's unheard of.
Come on, man.
Stop it.
Messy. Be on
Stop
the
it,
right
black
side of
people.
history. Be
Yeah.
on
Stop
the
it.
right side of history.
Oh, be on code. I forgot. Black people supposed to be on code. You get off code, it's a problem. Oh, don't think for yourself. Just shut up and be obedient.
That's so, it's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful? Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States.
That's the crazy part is she's currently still active as a vice president, a VP. And what is she doing? She's not even talking about policies. She over here making free concerts for the city girls. I hate black culture. I hate the culture. And then you wonder why the schools is in shambles. Stuff is in shambles because it's a culture thing. It's not nothing valuable that individuals are not doing to big, because at the end of the day, they want to look at it from a national stance, from a political standpoint. But your local elections and the local legislators in your communities that are involved in your communities, like for example, the superintendent is more powerful than the mayor. Superintendent deals with schools, right? Deals with the school system in regards to your community. Whatever that may be, whatever city you in, right? So at the end of the day, the importance of being an informed voter is crucial. But at the end of the day, this race narrative, this culturalistic narrative, it's a cultural problem. This is a culture problem. Because if you are an informed voter, you won't have a cultural problem, because then you'll actually get to the meat and potatoes and actually resolve issues and actually come to solutions that highly effectively help the community, let alone the education system and the people in the community. We got police, safety, education, next generation, kids. We got to make sure the affordability, inflation is too damn high. So what are we really talking about here? Besides just being on code because you black and we got to vote for Kamala Harris. There's nothing substantial this man has said that's viable to persuade me or even convince me. And I'm not even in a convincing game. But even he never said anything that's substantial or valuable in his argument. Because most of the time, when people do come at Donald Trump, it's personal attacks. It have nothing to do with policy. They just say they don't like what he said. But as just a president, a former president, out of respect, and Donald J. Trump, as an individual, I would rather know what I'm dealing with and be straightforward with it than deal with a politician, let alone that's leading this country as chief of the military, to do some things where it's a hidden agenda, let alone motive, and not informing the people as a responsibility. But then, wait, I'm not mad, because just culture trash is the reason why it's being advocated, why they expect black people especially to vote a certain way, just like he's doing. All they got to do as the Democratic Party, just vote for us, because individuals like Rickey Smiley is automatically going to vote blue. I done talked to plenty of old folks that are like, Democrats help us. You know why? You know why y'all feel like y'all being helped? Because y'all giving something. And no matter how much you give somebody, they still won't appreciate it. And then on top of it, you wonder why inflation is so high. You know why inflation is caused, people? It's because at the end of the day, the government spending basically is overexceeded. So we pay the cost for it. And if the government spending was very strategically and very effectively allocated, we wouldn't be paying the price that we're paying now. because the products of goods and services goes up. So this ignorant fool, in my perspective, in my opinion, I should say, predator, and I don't know if he is one or not, but he prey on the weakness of individuals. And why I say that is because he using his position as a simp to sit there and go advocate for the black woman or sit there and side with the woman. Because at the end of the day, I feel like he's that typical black man that's given something, so he want to keep having something given to him. So he'll vote for the woman to validate his position. In this case, the Democratic Party. But like I said, he's a predator. Predators prey on the weak. So he's like a blind sheep that is predetermined to vote blue. And that's how I look at it. Because at the end of the day, a real man stands for something. They have moral principles and core values. This man don't stand for anything but just swear by what he can get. And at the end of the day, this culturalistic approach where he got to stay on code. Because at the end of the day, as black people are, they are entitled with reparations and all of that. They want something in return. And they feel like the only way they're going to get it is staying on this code, supposedly. But what have she done? Get off the cultural identity politics. Get off the diverse equity and inclusion. Tighten your boots, pull up your bootstraps, and work. And actually stand with the people who actually have policies that's lobbying for the best interests of the American people, bruh. When Donald Trump was in office, gas, $20 fill my tank. Could you imagine now? Borders wide open, bruh. We got illegals coming over. The safety of children. You know what I'm saying? An agenda is being pushed on these children. And what I mean by that is, you know what I mean. We got certain school systems saying that they're going to incorporate alphabet books. The alphabet group books. Kids are just kids, man. They don't know nothing about that. What about the parents who fear the confusion that will give their kids in the school system? There's a lot of things to talk about here. Basically, not just no cultural.
Of America that's trying to stand up and that's going to possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law, women's rights to choose, your voting rights, and Brown versus the Board of Education. Should do your homework, black
hold
people.
up. Let me just tell you something right here that could be very historic. And Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme
and
Court
possibly by
justice.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does that not give you
That's what
chills?
they're worried about.
Does not?
That's
Does
what they're
that
worried
not?
about. I'm done here, family. Comment down below you guys' insights, perspective, and insight. I'm curious to see you guys' take on it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Get this video a big thumbs up. Be informed, people. Vote for what's in the best interest of the American people and the country as a whole, man. We're suffering right now, and to be honest, I feel like we're actually in a recession. On that note, family, peace.